I can go on spiritually save people about 5-6 hours of a day. I can talk and I can teach. If I go more than 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 hours, then tomorrow I'm sick, I have to sleep, I can't do nothing. So I have to understand the limit of my power. This is where wisdom comes. How much are you capable of doing 100% and properly? That is your limit. Okay, that's your speedometer. You don't go further than that. I, at the age of 55, I can do so much. If I get engaged in it more than I can, then tomorrow I'm sick, I can't even be talking to you anymore. So God says, all right, let's say daily you can talk 5 hours. You could do that for the next 10 years. Should I then you go 10 years, 10 hours a day to talk for 3 days and then die? Well, mathematically it says that no, I'd rather do 5 hours and do it for the next 10 years. So we have to do things quantumly. We know in quantum mechanics, if you know, they say energy is not just a straight flow of some sort, but it's more like grain of salt, let's say, or sugar. It's a small pocket. The Planck constant is the minimal amount of energy. Quantum. A photon is the minimum amount. It can't be less than that. So things have to happen quantumly. Then it can go on forever or for a long time. This has to be applied. That we have to do things and stop, have an interval, and then continue. Doing fast, so many hours, you fall down and you die. Unless it is, again, is relative. Even what I said is not totally true, it's relative. But there's sometimes that occasion comes that there's no way. There are 2 kids inside the house is burning, and you got a lot of other things to do for tomorrow. But at this time, you're not going to be calculating, okay, I'm going to let these kids die because tomorrow I want to teach Baha'i faith to somebody. You can't think that way. You got to go and save those kids. If you're brave, if you can, if you see your possibility. So you're going to have to do it. If you don't do it, then you're guilty. So wisdom, the application of wisdom, which is basically your limit and what you know is correct for you, relatively where you are standing, is the essential, essentiality of the balance and moderation of the life. The final point I like to take is this risk-taking. A lot of people, they say, take a risk. I heard Christopher Plummer, who was an old Canadian actor, was advising people in university. Told them, my advice to you, just take a risk. Risk it, he says. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but I think taking risk scientifically is wrong. Man should not take risk. Why? Because even at the time when you 100% calculate what's right, even still there is risk in it because you are an imperfect person. How many times we decided scientifically to go to moon, to the mission, and mission, collapsed. So many things scientists has done. Absolutely scientifically, mathematically, all the angles were calculated. So then you say there is no risk. Of course there is a risk. Why? Because we're imperfect. Because tomorrow, 10 years from now, we're definitely better on the same subject. So what do? Say that no, we have to wait another 10 years from now. Since we know 10 years from now we're going to be better we not do it now. No, that's not the case. So the case is this. You have to progress in the life. And progress starts from you using all the resources that you have. When you are exhausted, when you know, okay, this is finally my decisions, I'm going to have to buy this car or buy this house or marry this girl, at this time, to reduce the risk, now the time of consultation comes. Now you have to consult. That's a very big spiritual attitude of consulting with people. This is not accepting what they say, no. But you have to hear what the other people's opinions are. Everything we deal with it is in a three-dimensional world. We are looking at it at certain dimensions only. We can never see all the angles, whoever we are, because we're not infallible. So this is principle of consultation. I'll talk about that. It's very, very important that others that are relevant to the issue and to the matter, A, B, you're definitely of a good standing with you in a sense that they care about you. So the first level of consultation has to be with your mom and dad, if you have, your brothers, sisters, because they grow up with you. They would have definitely a view that's worthy to hear. And now we are friends, then experts. When everybody said, all right, you could buy this house, now we know this is what you have to do. Are there any risk in what you're doing right now at this point? Of course there is. What is that? The risk is that none of you are infallible. All of you, all your consultation, an entire planet put together, they still may be incorrect. That is the element of risk we have to take. Nothing more than that. Simply says that, well, I got to do this, I got to do that. There are also risks, again, relatively speaking, there are risks that one has to take again, because immediate decisions is required. Somebody's life is in danger. Or there aren't any other choices. You are between bad and worst. You have to choose something. At that point, you're not, again, taking risk. You're obligated. You have to do it. They tell you this is it. It's like Sophie's choice. You have to take one. Then if you're forced to the situation, well, then you have to do it. It's risk. You're in a jungle. The person with you got a snake bite. There's nothing you can do. This fellow comes off the jungle. You know he's not a doctor. But he's from the area. He knows of a remedy. It may not work. It's not scientific, but there's no other choice. You take that risk. But you're trying to always stay away from the situation where you have to do things in the last minute and force them. If you get into those, this is because either you are imbalanced or you're doing something that's out of your power. Try not to get involved in the decisions that are not cleared in your head, in your mind, and the mind of others. Essentially, without science, scientific reason, and proper consultation with the loved ones, do not attempt to do anything. It's not risk, it's crazy. Even then there is risk, because no one knows exactly what the problem might be. Everyone might say do it, and then everyone is wrong. So, I don't know how long I talked. I didn't keep it. Yeah, it was 11 something. It's right now 12:20. I think I covered the area. There's, of course, more to it than just 20 minutes and one page of my preparations. It's nothing. So I didn't have the text for you. What are the things? There's lots into this. I'm just trying to open a little door, break the ice, a scientific approach towards a problem. Now it's up to you to get this topic, get onto the Baha'iLibrary.org in the English sections, put all those words that you want, see what the text of Baha'ullah, Abdul Baha and Shoghi Effendi is. Okay? Now, put those things together, you see the area that you could improve in what I said today right now, or the area that I might be wrong. But my approach is scientific. So I spoke about this, and I'm going to let go to be able to continue these tomorrow and later on. This is a huge topic that I've taken on explaining what the virtues are, what the spiritual powers are. And I don't have all the words, but they're not invented. May God be with you, and Baha'u'llah bless you, and have a beautiful dream. See you.